Hey guys, it is Nina from One N Agency, and it is May, and I still have a turtleneck. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I do have bright lipstick on because I hope that if I wear bright lipstick, at least it will bring warm weather and sunshine, and I won't have to wear turtlenecks until July. So anyway, I am here tonight because I wanted to talk about ego in the salon, whether you are a salon owner or you are a stylist behind the chair. And I want to get some feedback from you guys and see if you have worked next to someone, worked with someone that, as they started to get bigger and more successful behind the chair, and how their ego started to affect them with growing their book and affect them with the relationships that they had with their other stylists. Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. I did live in Florida. I lived in West Palm for a long time, and a while back for a year or so, and I miss it, and I wish I was there because I'm sure it's warm and sunny. So hey guys, hey Kristen, thanks for tuning in. So we're talking about ego in the salon and the effects and the long-term effects that it has, for stylists who are growing a book, and also for salon owners that are, leaders and salon leaders, working and growing their business, and how their ego can hurt their business. And as stylists, having an ego can hurt you behind the chair. And I wanted to talk about this because I think that there's a lot of this that goes on, especially in our industry. I'm sure there's other industries as well that this happens in, but because, you are typically when you're coming out of school, you're just starting, so you're not as confident. And hi, Lisa. And, you're not confident, and you don't have that, you're just kind of like green. So you don't have an ego at that point, right? Because you're just starting to get in the industry. But what happens over time is, and I've seen this, I've witnessed it myself, and I've seen it in other salons, and I've been around it, and I can't tell you how sick it makes me to see people who have come so far really limit themselves and end up hurting their career because of their ego. And so, I've seen it with salon owners, and I've seen salon owners have to close their salon because they let their ego get in the way, and it's so sad. And so I want to talk about this a little bit, and I want to know if you guys have worked with people who have, an ego and how it affects you, and I want to know, how it affects the long-term, effects of the business, especially when you're growing a salon or you're growing a business. And it just is such a huge topic. And what happens over time, it's a huge topic in our industry, because what happens over time is that, salon owners a lot of time will invest in personal growth and spending time with their stylists and encouraging them and, helping them get busy, and you build a book and sending them to classes and, doing all of these things to get the stylist to come to a certain level. And then when they become to a certain level and they start making big money, and they kind of forget where they were, and they forget where they started, and they forget where they come from, and they forget who helped them along the way. And it really is so important to stay humble in any industry, but especially in this industry, because you're working on clients every single day, and clients actually can sense that, ego, especially if they've been with you from the beginning, if they're with you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and they notice how you were when you started, and they notice this arrogance about you. It really is a turnoff. You will lose clients that way, I can tell you that. And in terms of being a salon owner, it's really hard for stylists to work for a salon. Excuse me. It's hard for stylists to work for a salon owner that has an ego problem, because it's always about them. And when you're in a leadership position, it really isn't about you at all. It's about growing other people and inspiring other people to make them feel better. It really doesn't have anything to do with you. And so it's hard for stylists to work for salon owners that have an ego, and if they work for them, they don't last very long, because it's like a roller coaster ride, and it always becomes about, what the salon leader makes it, and typically it's about them. They're always right, they always have the answer, and it makes it very uncomfortable. And so a couple things just to touch on, I really hope that especially the new people coming out of school, even when you start to get busy and you start to gain some clientele and you start to make some real money, I just ask that you guys remember that first client. Remember how nervous you were, and remember how scared you were to take that first person because you were nervous about them not being happy or not returning, coming back. Are they going to buy retail? You know, keep that with you and keep that close. When you're 500, 600, 700 clients in and you've been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years, you know, keep that close to you, because people want to do business with people who are authentic and who are true. And if they start to see that you are becoming someone that you're not, they will leave you and they'll go somewhere else, or they'll go to another stylist within the salon. And so it's very important to stay humble and remember your beginnings and remember exactly where you started. And it's great to become successful, and it's great to make more money, and it's great to do all of those things, but you can't become a different person while you're doing that. You will, you know, I've seen ego hurt a lot of people. I've seen ego close a lot of salons, and I've watched stylists lose their book because of their ego. And if you think this is never going to happen to you, you know, be mindful of that, because I have, you know, I've seen things go very, very well, and then boom, they could be gone tomorrow. And so just a little reminder, I just wanted to know if any of you guys were working with stylists or have worked with a salon owner or a stylist that, you know, their ego got in the way, and also it gets in the way of the team. You know, when you have someone who is an egomaniac and they think that they're the best at everything and they think that they know everything, it's really hard to communicate with them. It's hard to have a relationship with them, and it starts to cause problems within the salon as far as the team goes. And once the team is fractured, you know, a lot of times it's hard to get that back. Hi, Jennifer, how are you? So we're just talking about ego and working next to stylists or salon owners that have an ego, and how hard that is to, you know, to work with on a daily basis. And so a couple tips, just, you know, in terms of, I encourage you to grow and be better than you were yesterday. I'm a big proponent of that. Personal growth, self-improvement, self-investment. Always remember where you come from. It's so important to remember that, because like I said before, it could all be gone tomorrow. So be authentic, be true to yourself, know who you are. Make sure that you don't, you know, you don't have to put labels on things. You know, make sure that you are just comfortable in your own skin, and it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to need help. It's okay for people to ask for help. You know, running a salon business, you cannot do this on your own. You need help. You need a good team of people, whether that's the team that works beside you every day, or the team that is your marketing team, your creative team, your virtual assistant, or your assistant, or whoever you have working with you. You need these people, your bookkeeper, accountant, your attorney. All of these people, you know, they have to be solid for you in order for you to grow your business. So be authentic and know who you are, and don't let the effects of success change you in that way. The other thing too is think before you speak. You know, a lot of times we're not listening. You know, we want to get our words out there, but you know, and because I'm learning too, and I'm always trying to, you know, learn from you guys and be inspired and take all of this stuff in. And I've learned, the biggest thing that I've learned is that, hi Ezio, is actually listening and truly thinking before you speak, and not just blurting things out, you know, waiting till they're done, absorbing their information and then speak, but really truly think about what you're saying and how, you know, what you say, it really affects other people, especially if you're in a leadership position or you're a manager of a salon. What you say affects other people. And the other thing too that's really hard, and I really recommend doing this, is especially when you're coming out of school, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to the person that's been doing hair for 5 years, that's working behind a chair and has a book. Don't compare yourself to them. Be who you are and be where you are, and be grateful for the fact that you are with people that you can learn from, you know, on a regular basis. And the comparisons really can start to get in your mind, and it starts to kind of take over, then your ego kicks in, and you know, it just can turn out to be a huge nightmare. So don't compare yourself to anyone. Have goals within yourself. Don't compare to your neighbor. It's good to have friendly competition, you know, when you're talking about numbers and retail and all of that stuff. But I'm talking about truly comparing someone who's been working behind the chair for 6 months as opposed to, you know, working behind the chair for 6 years. So don't compare, you know, really be who you are and progress at the level that works for you. And the other thing too is be grateful. You guys hear me talk about this all the time, you know, waking up in the morning and setting your intention in the morning and write something down that you are grateful for. You know, having a grateful attitude actually can help diffuse your ego a little bit, and it keeps you grounded and it keeps you humble. And so waking up and saying, wow, I'm so grateful for my family or my friends, or, you know, the fact that I have a great job or a great boss, or, you know, whatever that is for you, that you're healthy. Be grateful and wake up and set that intention every day. It's so important to do that. So I don't want ego getting in the way of you becoming successful. I've seen this way too many times. I've experienced it myself with stylists in my past, and it really can become an ugly thing within the salon. And because we are working on clients are so sensitive to this energy, and we want to make sure that we remain humble and we remain kind, and we still put the work in. We still work hard, even though we're busy and we're successful. You know, we're still putting in that time and the energy, because like I said, it could all be gone tomorrow. So hi Kelly. So anyway, that's my spiel on ego. And so Jen is saying, I try to do this daily. And you're right, it does make a difference in your day when you're starting off with, you know, a grateful heart and setting that intention and being thankful and saying thank you and please to your coworkers and to your salon owners and to your clients. I mean, all of these things, it's really remembering where you come from and where you started, because we've all started somewhere, and we have all had to work hard to get to where we want to be, and success, whatever that means for you, you know. And so just keeping that, you know, I always say, want to stay hungry, you know, because especially if you know what it feels like to starve, you want to keep that hunger with you. And by starve, I mean just struggle, you know, going through struggle, and keeping that close, you know, whether you're 10 years in and you have a full book, keep that hunger with you, because it will really, really help keep you humble and kind, and it will keep you authentic and true. And those are the people that clients want to see. They want to see your true, authentic self. So that's my deal on ego. You know, I want to keep the egos out of the salon. You know, we all want to keep the peace and have harmony within the salon. You know, of course, if it was just that easy, right? So anyway, that is my deal for today. I just wanted to kind of share that. I was thinking of you guys as I was driving home today from one of the salons that I was working with, and I just wanted to share this topic of ego. And I think that I would love for you guys to check me out on my website. I do have my new salon owners webinar that I just it's not released, it's released June 1st, but I just started promoting it, and so I hope that you guys will check that out, oneandagency.com. You can find me on Instagram. Hi Lane, hi Jane, oh my God, you guys are all coming on, I'm ready to head out. But AJ, I just want to read what you're saying here. So apply these ego curbing suggestions with suppliers, vendors too. They can be an integral part of your operation, and they are people too. They can be helpful and just might know more on a specific subject. Then yes, very good point. And so yes, utilizing our vendors is so important, especially because they have a whole different spin on and a different take on the industry, because they're coming from another side of it. So I really agree with that. And always, you know, it's great to have vendors come in and sit with you and go over goals and come up with different strategies and plans and utilize their information, because again, they can offer you so much more than, you know, when you're in the business and you're working on it every day. Sometimes it gets a little bit, you know, it gets overwhelming. So it's nice to have someone else come in and share their information. I really agree with that. Hi, Becky. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am on my way out, but if you guys have questions or concerns, obviously you know where to find me. And I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been really supportive, and I appreciate it so much. And you've been sending me messages, and you've been sending me emails, and I love the topics and things that you want to talk about. I really try to come on here every day and share something with you guys to help you become stronger and more solid behind the chair, help the stylist learn a little bit more of the business side of it so they can become business savvy behind the chair, and helping salon owners become salon leaders. We need leaders in this industry, and you know, leaders that are helping create other leaders within the industry. So that is my goal. And thank you, AJ. I appreciate it very much. And I just love seeing you guys. So thank you for your support. Check me out on my website, oneandagency.com, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys are always having a good night. Thank you so much. See you later.